Hi, welcome. So for this video, we're gonna tackle regarding the material and energy balance. So regarding these two, the material and energy balance, I think you are more familiar with the energy balance because you've already encountered this from your subjects like physics and or as well as your thermodynamics. Okay, but same principle can be also applied in analysis of the what we call the material balance. So the material quantities as they go through or as they pass through the food processing operations can be actually described by the what we call the material balances. So say we have here the your material that is being processed. Say this is your food processing operation. Yan. So this material quantities here that is being passed through this food processing operation, either a basic or unit operation, can be actually described. This can be described by the what we call material balance. And this balances are the statements on our conservation of mass. Okay, so similarly, the energy quantities can also be described by energy balances like this one, which are on the statements of conservation of energy. Okay, so if we were gonna compare these two, we have for energy, we have instead of material, we have this energy in that is also going into the system and going out. Can be described by this can be described by the energy balance. Which is on the conservation of energy. Okay, so basically the material and energy balances follows the same principle that according to the conservation of mass and conservation of energy, what goes in must come out. Okay. So that is the basis or the fundamentals regarding this material and energy balances. Once again, in food processing operations, say this is our operation, then we have the quantities of material that is being processed. Okay, so we have these quantities that is being processed in this operation, and we have the what we call product as an output after being processed in this operation. So this can be described using the material balances, which follows the conservation of mass that says that what goes into a process must come out. So basically it only says that the material that is being in the quantity of this material must be equal to the material at this point, or the what we call the product. Okay, so the material that is being going into the process must be equal to the material that is going out after that process. Okay. Actually, the material and these energy balances are very important, especially in food industry. See, this material balance, these material balances are fundamentals, especially to the control of processing, particularly in terms of the yields of the product. And the first material balances are being determined in the laboratory stages of a new process. Say we have here a new process. Say we have a new process for a food processing operations. Okay, so the material balances are first determined during the exploratory stages. Okay. So during the exploratory stages of the food that is being processed, so they conduct a material balance regarding this, and then they improve this the data or the result of this material balance during the pilot of the plant. Okay, yeah. So after being planned and tested here, the output or the outcome data is being refined and maintained during the production. Refined and maintained. Okay, so once again, this is a one of the importance of the material balance. So we have the food material is undergoing a new process. So first, they determine the datas, the energy balances, I mean the material balances during the exploratory stages of this new process, and then they evaluate this data during the pilot run, and then the finalized data here is being refined and maintained during the production. So what is the use of these material balances on the new process, that is being said that these material balances are fundamental to the control of processing? So so why it is important to determine this data regarding the material balance of this new process? Okay, so for example, it says here that during the production, the data that is the material balance data that is being obtained during the exploratory stages and evaluated during the pilot test run is being maintained during the production. So for example, during this two, we define that the 100 kilogram of your, say this is your mango. So our material here is mango. So mango being processed. So we have 100 kilogram that is being processed. So say it undergoes a peeling process. So this is our operation or unit operation. So this mango here, the quantity of initial quantity is 100 kilogram. So during the exploratory and pilot test run, after peeling, our product now is the peeled mango, which is, say for example, it is about 90 kilogram, and the other waste material is the peel, like for example this is 10 kilogram with a total of a balance of 100 kilogram. So the initial 100 kilogram mango material going into the peeling operation, we've come out with the 90 kilogram peeled mango and 10 kilogram peel. So this is peel. So this is a total of 100 kilogram. Okay. So during the during the these stages and pilot test run, we've get this data. Okay, but during the operation, since this is being refined and maintained during the production or during the operation, say you've noticed that this 100 kilogram of your raw material, which is your mango, after peeling operation, you've noticed that instead of 90 kilograms of peeled mango, you only have 50 kilograms of peeled mango and 10 kilograms peel. Okay. So as you can see here, using the material balances in the data that is being established during this exploratory and pilot test run, there is a changes occur during the process. So instead of 90 kilogram peeled, you've only come up with 50 kilogram peeled. Okay, so using the material balance, you've noticed a lesser output or product, which is 50. Okay, so from here you can now so from this data you can now think what happened during the operation, and you can now analyze the system, or you can think for some interventions and solutions for these changes in your data. Okay, maybe you can check your system and improve it, or maybe you can do some other interventions to correct or to adjust your process. Okay, so by having these material balances is very important in control of processing. So this is a simple example in both for material and energy balances. So so the analysis can be simple, and there are times that they are very complicated, but the basic and general approach is the same. Okay, so this is also true to both material and energy balances. So the application and the what they call the knowledge on this material, both the material and energy balances, is being used every day especially in the process management, to of course maximize the product yields, and as well as to minimize cost. Okay, so on the next video we will gonna tackle regarding the basic principles regarding this too. So see you on our next video.